Pros weigh in on whether Edgar Berlanga has the firepower to shock Canelo and pull off the upset of the year. Meanwhile, former pro boxer Angel Garcia keeps it real, saying he's not counting Berlanga out against Canelo because in boxing, everyone's got a puncher's chance. He draws a parallel to when Canelo was coming up, reminding everyone that Berlanga's got the skills too, but now it's about proving it when the spotlight is on him.
You know, I can't say he's going to lose. I can't predict the future. But he has a great chance like anybody else does. Canelo's a hell of a fighter. He did it. I remember when they first brought Canelo to America, Golden Boy.
Wow.
He was 18 years old.
Okay.
Because Robert, the matchmaker for Golden Boy, Robert Diaz and Eric Gomez told me, hey, look at this kid, they call him Cinnamon Canelo. On ESPN, he was doing his American Pro debut.
Garcia is taking a trip down memory lane to when Canelo first stepped into the US fight scene. Back then, he saw Canelo as just another kid with some talent, nothing too crazy. But now Canelo's a straight-up superstar, proving Angel wrong and earning his respect. Angel's all about giving props where it's due, saying that Canelo's rise from a basic fighter to a household name took serious work and dedication. He knows Berlanga's hungry for that same spotlight, but Angel's real about it. It's not going to be handed over. Berlanga's got to block out all the noise, stay sharp mentally, and grind like his life depends on it. He's quick to remind everyone that even Canelo's taken loses, so it's not like Berlanga's walking into an impossible task. Garcia added, "You can't focus on can't focus on what they say," she said. "None of that she-shot matters. They talked about Jesus, crucified him, spit on him, and he still forgave all of us, so they always gonna talk about you." Moreover, boxing Benavidez Sr. keeps it 100, saying the fight's alright but not worth dropping everything to watch. He's more like, if something else is happening, he'll just catch the replay later. He's straight up about it. This isn't the showdown that's got everyone buzzing.
Hello, man. He's a great fighter. You know, he's done a lot for the sport of boxing, and I think he believes that he could beat Berlanga, you know, because of the style and all that. So at the end of the day, you know, whoever wins, you know, good for them, you know. But it's a great fight. I think it's going to be a good fight, and I don't know if people want to watch that fight, to be honest with you. I don't want to watch it. You know, if I have other things to do, I'd rather do, I'll catch it on the replay or whatever, you know. But it's not like I'm going to leave what I'm doing to watch that fight, you know. It's not exciting, it's not.
Benavidez Sr. starts by giving props to Berlanga for landing a big fight with Canelo, pointing out that everyone in the game is chasing that Canelo payday. He knows how tough Canelo is, and acknowledges that anyone stepping up to fight him is in for a serious challenge. Benavidez Sr. wants to see Berlanga succeed, train hard, and possibly shake things up by beating Canelo. He added, "Even though he's talking about me, you know that I'm hating or whatever. You know it's hard to believe I'm going for him. I wish that he could beat Canelo, you know, and knock him out. You know, he has the power, he's young, I hope he trains hard, and you know if he wins, we all have better opportunities." In addition, Berlanga's former trainer Eric Roman describes this fight as a grand opportunity that Berlanga has been working towards his entire life.
I think it's a grand opportunity. I think it's a fight that he worked his entire life for. You know, once Canelo got to the 168-pound division, he knew, I mean, that's all he spoke about, you know, saying that ever since he was young. And I think that he's about to be a multi-millionaire, and he made it. You know, he made it. No matter what, he made it. I think it's going to be an exciting fight.
Eric Roman breaks it down, saying Edgar Berlanga's had a bumpy road with all those trainer switches messing with his vibe. But now that he's teamed up with Coach Mark, Roman feels like Berlanga's finally locked in and ready to get back in the ring. People keep sleeping on Berlanga, thinking he's just a knockout king because of those 16 first-round KOs. But Roman's here to remind everyone that Berlanga's got way more in the tank. He calls him a five-tool fighter. He's got the footwork, speed, power, boxing IQ, and heart to back it up. Roman knows Berlanga's gonna have to bring every bit of that against a seasoned vet like Canelo, and he's ready to see him prove he's got what it takes. Boxing promoter Oscar de la Hoya says, pre-fight hype toughens fighters mentally but blasts the Mexico versus Puerto Rico marketing as misleading, arguing that Berlanga, with his New York roots, doesn't truly represent Puerto Rico.
That takes me to Edgar Berlanga, who is fighting Canelo on September 14th. Now he claims he has a whole country behind him. Edgar, bro, you're from Brooklyn. I think I'm more Puerto Rican than you are, and I only lived there for 6 years. Puerto Rico doesn't claim you, bro.
Responding to Oscar de la Hoya, professional boxer Edgar Berlanga escalated the conversation to X. His tweet expressed frustration and accused de la Hoya of being hypocritical. Berlanga highlighted that de la Hoya had previously been very interested in signing him, which is in stark contrast to his more recent actions or statements. The tweet, filled with strong language and personal insults, underscores a deep-seated conflict between the two. Furthermore, boxing analyst Jim Lampley dives into the situation with Canelo Alvarez's upcoming fight against Edgar Berlanga. He acknowledges that Berlanga is the mandatory challenger for Canelo according to the WBA, which is why this fight is happening. However, Lampley points out that Berlanga's earlier reputation as a knockout artist doesn't hold up as well now, since he's shown some technical flaws. Lampley's not convinced this fight will be very competitive, suggesting Canelo will likely outclass Berlanga. Lampley added, if Berlanga had been fighting with the same knockout streak from earlier in his career, the matchup might look better. But now, with his technical issues, it seems like Canelo will easily handle him. Additionally, pro boxer Tyrone Davis says Edgar Berlanga has little chance against Canelo Alvarez. Berlanga might try hard, but it's like bringing a squirt gun to a freight train.
Last question, Kai. Sparring partner Canelo Alvarez, Edgar Berlanga, September 14th.
Yeah.
What you feeling about that one?
I don't think that Berlanga has much of a shot in that fight. To be honest, I don't think that he's going to win. I think that he's going to try, but I don't think it was going to be enough.
Tyrone Davis asserts that Berlanga's game plan of using superior boxing IQ to win just isn't cutting it. Davis argues that Canelo Alvarez has way more experience and skill, making Berlanga's strategy look pretty shaky. According to Davis, Berlanga's best chance would have been if Canelo was taking it easy or wasn't fully committed. But with Canelo locked in and fired up, Berlanga is in for a rough ride. It's like trying to outsmart a chess grandmaster with a few moves. Canelo's sharp and ready, which means Berlanga is going to have to deal with an even tougher fight than he might have hoped for. He added, I think Canelo's going to get a 6th round knockout, either by systematically breaking Berlanga down or with a clean, powerful shot. Similarly, boxing trainer Abel Sanchez breaks it down about Canelo Alvarez, pointing out that Canelo's got a unique spot in the boxing world where he sets the rules and moves at his own pace. He's not just any fighter. Canelo's got that rare ability to adapt mid-fight, making changes on the fly that leave his opponents in the dust, especially from the 6th round onward. Sure, people might side-eye the level of competition he's been facing, but Sanchez reminds us that Canelo's been dominating so much that he's earned the right to pick his battles. It's not about whether everyone's feeling his choices. Canelo's in a position where he's stacking wins and handling his business, doing it his way. Sanchez is saying, love him or leave it, Canelo's got the clout to make moves however he wants, and that's just how it is in this game. Furthermore, Edgar Berlanga is coming in hot for his bout with Canelo Alvarez. He first made waves by predicting a knockout within 6 rounds and bragging about being way better than Canelo. Now, he's cranked it up a notch, aiming to not just win but retire Canelo from the sport. Berlanga's got some serious swagger heading into this matchup. He added, I want to retire him for good, no doubt. That's my goal. I'm not trying to sit here and disrespect him or anything like that. He's a legend, but at the end of the day, we have to fight, said Berlanga. In an interview with TMZ Sports, Edgar Berlanga took it a step further, declaring that Canelo Alvarez is done and insisting he has what it takes to take Canelo's belts. Berlanga's confidence is off the charts as he's set on proving he's the one to end Canelo's reign. He already did what he had to do in the sport of boxing. I think now it's my time. It's time to come in and take over. A new face is needed at 168 pounds, said Berlanga. Moving forward, Canelo Alvarez broke down why he picked Edgar Berlanga as his next opponent. He's all about Berlanga's boxing skills and is pumped for the fight, especially for his Mexican fans. Canelo thinks Berlanga's got the chops to make it a seriously exciting and entertaining bout.
This young lion right here.
I think I picked him because he's a good fighter. He's a good fighter, a strong fighter, young fighter. And it's Mexico versus Puerto Rico, always history for boxing, and I think it's a good fight for the people.
During a press conference ahead of his bout with Canelo, Edgar Berlanga is hyping up his game by throwing shade at Canelo's previous opponents. He's making it clear that he's not just another muscle-bound contender, he's bringing serious brains and ring smarts to the table. Berlanga is confident that his strategic edge will be the secret sauce for snagging the win on September 14th.
Like I said before, right? You know, everybody, you know, he fought everybody. You know, he fought Floyd, he fought Triple G, he's seen it all. You know, he's seen size, he's seen short, he's seen speed, you know, but what makes the difference about this fight is not about physical, it's about IQ and intelligence in that ring. And that's what's gonna make the difference on September 14th, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said before, we going with that right there, you feel me? And that's just what it is, man. Like,
Canelo Alvarez is calling Edgar Berlanga's bluff, daring him to show he's got the ring IQ he's been bragging about. Canelo's ready to test whether Berlanga's claims can actually hold up when they throw down in the ring.
All right, let's turn things back over.
Stop this cap, bro.
Take it easy. I'm gonna take care of him for you. I promise you. I promise you.
Canelo,
That's
shut
for you,
the
buddy.
fuck up. Shut the
Hey.
fuck up.
Buddy,
You
that's
lucky
for
you
you.
get smacked.
Go and shape
You
your
think
beard.
he have more IQ than you?
What you say? That what?
Canelo,
What you say?
Canelo, Canelo,
What
when
Have a IQ, better IQ than me.
Okay, you're gonna see. You're gonna see
You will
September
see.
14th.
Responding to Canelo's challenge, Berlanga keeps it real, saying that this kind of mental sparring is just part of the game. He points out that trash talk and posturing are all part of the pre-fight hype, but when it's game time, it's all about the fight. Berlanga drives home that boxing is a brutal life-or-death battle where only the toughest survive. He stresses that stepping into the ring demands a gladiator's mindset. Fighters have to be ready to lay it all on the line to come out victorious. Canelo dismisses Berlanga, flat out saying he's nothing compared to the top-tier fighters he's squared off with before. Canelo's making it clear that he sees Berlanga as just another challenger in the mix, not on the same level as his previous high-profile opponents. Teddy Atlas shared his candid thoughts on the fight, mentioning that he wasn't shocked when it was announced. He acknowledges that Berlanga is a young, talented, and undefeated fighter, but he also notes that Berlanga lacks experience at this high level.
Just don't have. And listen, it's not a knock. I'm here not to make friends. I'm here to state things that I believe are based to the truth in this business or attached to the truth. He's the guy who can handpick who he wants to fight. In Berlanga, I wasn't surprised. No, I'll be honest. I wasn't surprised at all. I figured he was the front runner. He's got an undefeated record. He's coming off a good win. You know, he's a young, talented fighter. But he's an inexperienced fighter at this level.
Similarly, a tweet earlier by Turki Alalshik mentioned that he had decided not to pursue a fight with Canelo Alvarez anymore. Instead, he will focus on organizing bigger fights in the US, especially for Terence Crawford, and will support matches featuring other prominent fighters. Furthermore, criticizing Turki Alalshik, Alvarez insists that any collaboration must follow his terms, potentially portraying him as inflexible or unwilling to compromise.
Look, I don't like the way he talk, and I'm not in this position because of any. I'm in this position if he wants to work with me, it's in my way, not in their way.
Canelo Alvarez emphasizes his respect for everyone he works with, including Turki Alalshik. While he appreciates and respects Turki, Canelo makes it clear that any collaboration needs to fit his own terms. He wants to keep things professional and ensure that any deals or interactions are based on mutual respect and understanding. Canelo stresses that respect is a top priority for him, and he expects to be approached and treated accordingly in the boxing world. In response to claims that he's reluctant to fight top-tier fighters, Canelo stated, "I'm not begging for anything. I'm a strong position, and I'm not pushing to make that fight. I'm focusing on my own business, and I'm doing fine. If you want to make that fight, we can talk about it after my current fight." We want to hear from you. Head to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts on the recent event. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated with more content like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button.